Testing 1 2 3. It's at King DJ Tricks. We get the exclusives. We used to have the Instagram page, but that shit got deleted. Shout out to Instagram and Facebook for always banning my shit, but it's at Ban Media right now on Instagram. Basically, that page was created to, get people's information, stories that will happen to them in real life and put it out there in the public so people know exactly, the truth that happens behind closed doors, because you ain't always gonna see that shit on the news, right? So I got a little inbox one day, a couple of days ago actually, not too long ago. I had a person crying in my DM. I had to make sure everything was cool because, I support my people. I support people in general, but especially females, women. I got sisters. Obviously I have a mother, right? So I had to make sure everything was A-okay. We were supposed to have some dealings in the past. I knew a couple parties involved that were able to give me some information. Just wanted to get a clear insight on exactly who the person was who I was speaking to. Make sure there was no, holes in the story. So I asked a lot of questions. Sometimes you might not understand, to kind of get some insight if this was legit or not, or if she was just trying to get some clout. I didn't want to be the guy that got fooled by a girl who was crying, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to put the dude's name out there as well. I'll definitely send you the voice message that he sent me. Make sure you guys hear who he is, his side of the story a little bit. He was supposed to call me actually to get some full details. That's gonna be the next video, right? He did change his Instagram name, by the way, as well, so that's a little tricky. Also, I would like to add that, a lot of names of people were blurred out, beeped out. They have no involvement in this situation. So anyone that was in her past life that, she was filming with in the past, any of those production companies or people are not involved in the situation. But, to get a clear, perspective, I don't know what word to use in that scenario, but just to give you guys some clarity on who she was, how she started, and how this person actually knew who she was and met her and tried to do this to her, this trafficking thing that's going on. Shout out to Johnny Blaze. We spoke in the past. She's also been someone who was trafficked. And the full podcast interview will definitely be out later this week. But for right now, you guys are going to be listening to the audio phone call of me and Ebony. Basically, letting you know how everything started. And you guys, below can give me your advice and what you think. If you believe she's telling the truth or if you believe she's lying. Everyone's opinions are allowed here. So feel free. And I hope you guys enjoy. All right. Subscribe, like, share, let people know what's going on. And if you have a story you want to tell, if you have something you'd like to promote, a business, some music, DM me at Band Media, and definitely put it out there. All right. Have a great day. Peace.
What's up? You available to talk?
Sure.
Everything is okay?
Yeah, I'm alive. What's up?
All right. So basically, we had told you that we were going to call you and probably get a little bit more information.
Mhm.
Just to let you know that, get your side of the story out there and let people know a little bit of what went on and what happened, just to get some clarity on, your side of the story.
Mhm.
All right. So let's start back from the beginning, right? Basically how you got into the game, your first go around, how did that happen?
The first time I came into it as Ebony Banks? First time I did it, I ran away from home. I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and stress and, childhood issues. And I was a very damaged person. I was very lost at that moment. And I didn't have an outlet. I didn't know what I wanted. I had an identity issue. I had so many issues. I really did. I was adopted. I dealt with a lot of things as trying to find out who I am, trying to find out where I fit in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was bullied. I got into a little trouble, when I was younger. I didn't listen to my parents, So it was a lot of back and forth with that. And then this guy online finds me, starts talking to me about he can make me a star, he can help me make money, get me out of my situation, I can be independent. And I was young. So I just went for it because that was my ticket, and I didn't want to be home anymore. So then when I went over there, he picked me up from Long Island to Brooklyn, East New York, and it was a studio apartment. I started out dancing at first, and then he said, well, you got to do some more and some things more in order to stay here, because he was allowing me to stay there while I was working. So I told him, okay, and at that moment, in my mind, that's all men wanted from me since I was a little girl. So I didn't feel like I had anything else to offer, and I settled for that. And I was already in a bad place, so I started getting suicidal. My anxiety got worse. The only way I came back was I just played nice. I kept telling him I was homesick, and eventually he let me go. And called me the next day. He said, when are you coming back? I said, I'm not coming back. Had a whole back and forth on the phone. Didn't hear from him again.
Okay.
That's the end of that.
So then from that point on, I guess you were introduced to the game from a specific person, but did that person also hold you against your will, or were they helping you try to build a brand? What exactly was the situation?
When I was dealing with that, I was basically getting paid just for a shoot. I was just at strip clubs, just dancing, and he would get, a percentage of both me dancing and also the shoot. That's all it was. I was just fucking for money, and I was dancing for money.
Okay. Are you open to saying how much you got paid for and how many scenes and stuff you've done?
I would say I've done a total of 5 scenes, about, and I would say two here, 3 here. The most was 9. Let me see. For the demo, the first one I did not get paid. The one with me wearing a blue, the blue top and bottom and the curly big hair. I didn't get paid anything for that.
Okay.
For the one, which other one? The one in me in pink, I got paid $9,000. And what was the other one? Pink, blue. You want to refresh your memory? Do you remember the scene?
I see 3 here right now. I see one where you have like a pink wig or something like that.
A pink wig? You mean red? The red one.
It looks like burgundy or red from far. So that one was the cream pie, right? There's the Deranged the movie where you're wearing like a pink.
I didn't get paid for that.
That's the one you didn't get paid for.
I didn't get paid for the rape shoot.
Okay.
I didn't.
So you got paid for every other scene but the Deranged?
I didn't get paid for Deranged, and I did not get paid for the first demo, which was me and Blue at the basketball court.
Okay.
The one with me and the schoolgirl, and it was a rape scene. I did not get paid for that either. I got paid for the pink one. For the threesome, I did not get paid. Well, the orgy, it wasn't really a threesome. There was 4 people in the video. I'm sure you've seen it. I did not get paid for that. So that's 4 videos and 3 that I did not get paid for. So as you can see, I didn't make much. I made 2 here, 2 there. He had me doing dates. He had me stripping. So I made some money out of that. That's what I was doing.
Okay. So I can see why you probably felt like you wanted to head out, because mostly you're supposed to get at least a minimum of $1,000 or 800 at least starting out per scene. That's like the minimum. You know what I mean?
I didn't get paid anything for my first shoot. Nope.
Okay. So that's the beginning of how you started, and then this new situation now.
After I left that situation, I came back home, and I was starting my life over. I did deal with a lot of stress and harassment, and it's affected my, it has affected my job. It's been a lot of stress leading up to this point. All I've heard about me is like, she was a porn star. Ebony Banks. It's like they see Ebony Banks before they see a person, before they see me. And I mean, I can't be mad. I can't be mad. That's what I showed. But nobody knew that I was really just very self-loathing. I did not love myself one bit.
Okay, that's understandable. But I mean, there's been a lot of girls who've been in the industry who've, they've also found a way out, and they've been through the same thing you've been through, trying to, find a job, and, guys or girls, girls will get jealous and they'll, make fun of it and spread it. And guys, obviously they've seen you naked on the internet, they're going to want to see a little bit more. So it's like you're in the same position as a guy who is a millionaire, right? And he's not sure if, girls really want it for him or the money. And, other guys are going to be jealous and they're going to try and sabotage him. That's basically the same game you're in, because you're a good-looking girl, right? It's going to be hard for you not to have, guys, trying to see you naked. That's going to be hard, not to do.
It's hard. It's hard. Even before the whole Ebony Banks thing even first started, I always had a problem with men. I never really had, like, when I really think back, I never really had a real boyfriend. I never really had, like, I've dated or I've been in a relationship, but they weren't really healthy for me. And I found it to be like a constant cycle of, okay, I keep picking the same douchebags. I keep settling,
So, like, do you feel like maybe you've also had something to do with that, or do you believe that that's mainly just...
Of course, I do believe that. I believe that you are how you allow yourself to be treated, and I feel like, yes, I have settled. I have allowed people to make me feel less of myself. I have lowered my standards when I shouldn't have, and I'll take responsibility on my part and say that I could have done something different, but my mind wasn't in that headspace to even make that decision, and it should have been. It should have been. I shouldn't have been naive. I shouldn't have been so stupid. But you live and you learn.
Okay, that's understandable. At 20, 22 years old, that's understandable that you
20, yeah, it was.
So how old are you now? 25?
25.
Okay. And your parents that you're with now, they're your adopted parents or your real parents?
Yes, they're my adopted parents.
Okay. And you're Haitian descent?
Yes.
Okay. So your parents are, I know Haitians are, they're very, very strict parents, especially with girls, which is not a bad thing.
Right. They've been strict, and I had after that when I was younger. I often felt like I didn't belong anywhere. I often felt like I didn't know who I was, or the fact that I was, adopted, that bothered me for so many years. And there was a lot of things that I did not come to terms with myself internally. And I do believe that it caused me to make stupid decisions.
Okay, so, that being said, one question I always ask girls I've been in the industry is, how did your parents hear or know about that? And, what was the backlash when they've, found out you were in the industry?
My mom is, she's very resourceful. I love her for that because she looks for me. She looked for me. I didn't change my number or anything, but she still had my number. We were still in contact. I contacted her actually after such a while, and she was like, you should really come home. I told my mom, like, Mom, I'm crying there on the phone. I told her I want to come home. I can't do this anymore. Like, I that was the day before that. I woke up literally not wanting to wake up. I literally was like, God, why did you let me live another day? That was the thought that was going through my mind. And I came back and I reunited with my mom, with dad. But, sometimes I would, keep hearing it, thrown back in my face. And I understand that it was still fresh. I had just gotten back and, they were worried about me. And I get that, I guess. I just have to see that.
Okay. But, like, do you feel like you ever burnt any bridges or anything at that point? Because, I mean, like, this situation that, like, when I got the message that you were crying and something was going on, I'm a guy, so I protect women, especially black women. When I seen that you were crying and you were saying that something was going on, automatically, red flags went off. And I had to kind of see what was going on, right? But I also don't want to be the dude that, feel sorry for someone that might not be speaking 100% truthful facts when they're saying what they're saying. Not saying that you're lying, but I also have to know, full details of what's going on and who I'm talking to at the same time, right?
I completely understand, and I know why, because we're dealing with that kind of a person.
So, I contacted some people, or some people had contacted me when they saw the video, and they also had maybe some things to say, maybe on the guy's behalf or on your behalf, saying that maybe there might not be a lot of truth to it, or maybe there might be. And I'm open for both sides to speak up and say their side of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to kind of, slowly go through, you spent time away. How did you get back in the game? Why did you get back? How did you meet that particular gentleman? What happened? Like, how did that whole situation happen?
Okay. When I met him, I would say it was around the beginning of this year or late last year. I met him through my friend in Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to show up at this club that my friend used to bring me to, and we would just hang out with, a bunch of friends and just chill, And I met him there, like I would say about a few months later. And he tried befriending me, actually. He did. And he's like, don't I know you from somewhere?
That's understandable,
and then I said,
right?
I don't know. Right. And he said, don't I know you from somewhere? I feel like you look so familiar. And I said, no. I mean, I don't know where you know me from. I never met you before. We never went to school together. And then he says, no, I swear I know you from somewhere. You look so, so familiar. And he just kept saying that, but then one time I did him a favor. He asked me to pick him up from the spot and drop him somewhere else. So I picked him up, and during the drive, he's like, listen, I'm going to say something, and I don't mean to be rude or anything, but did you keep pouring? And I said, I didn't say anything, actually. I just drove and just sat there. And I was like, yeah, I did. And I had a feeling that he was going to ask for that. And he said, oh, don't feel ashamed. There's nothing to feel ashamed about. I did porn before, too. He actually said he did porn. I was like, whatever. Okay. So then we start talking, and he tells me, how was it? How did it happen? So I basically did the whole gist I'm doing with you right now. And I told him how the situation happened.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, he starts telling me things about himself, like things that he does in his childhood, and I start opening up. I start telling him about my childhood. I start telling him about things that I've been through. And, after a while of him talking to me, being around me, he's like, I can help you. Like, we should help each other out because I have this amount of money in my bank account And actually, some nigga owed me money. He stole money from my club. Something, he said that he had a club in fucking the city, Lotus or O-Bar, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay. Then he tells me, oh, when I get the bread, then we can start investing towards your sex toy line, because he was trying to put in my head, you can make something positive out of this Ebony Banks situation. It doesn't have to haunt you. It doesn't have to bother you. It doesn't have to affect you the way it has been for all these years. You could actually make a business out of it. You haven't been getting money from it for many years. This could be your chance to do it. And he just kept putting that in my head. And it sounded so plausible.
Mm-hmm.
And he's shown me documentation, fake documentation, by the way. He's shown me a bank account of a large stack of money that he doesn't really have. And me, foolishly, my parents at home, I was going through a lot of stress once more again. And my parents were fighting a lot. I really wanted them to divorce. It was just a really, really just sickening situation. And being an only child, I'm the only person in this house that has to witness this. I have nobody here, no outlet to be like, ain't this fucked up? Or somebody to even get it. So at that moment, I was like, I could actually, just move out and then start my life, or even with my mom. So my heart was in that. My heart was thinking about that. So I gave him some money to supposedly invest in whatever business he was talking about.
Do you mind saying how much money that was?
Oh my God. I had $11,000 in my Bethpage account.
Okay.
That went to him. Then he started asking for more money. Then he's telling me actually that he's gonna, if I invest into the business, that I would receive money back. That I would be receiving money back. He would promise me a lump sum of money, and he'll be talking about millions of money, millions of dollars.
Well, I mean, that's a little far-fetched.
And I'm like, wait a minute, like, are you sure? Because he started off small. That's the thing. He started off small, and then telling me that this nigga who he used to work with him and he owed him money, something like that, and that he was going to use that money and help me towards my business. So it's a lot of feeding me dreams and shit. And then once I realized I sent him my money, I really didn't have much left. And he started talking to me about doing content. I'm sorry. It's really hard to talk about this thing.
It's okay. Take your time.
And it was after I started sending him money that he started to, like, I'm sorry. So when we were at the house, the chill spot, like, I was talking to him about the situation, about the money, and downstairs where we were, like, he said I slapped me and put me in the corner, and he called me his bitch. And I owe him money. I need to work for him. That if I'm going to be Ebony Banks now, I need to be doing content. I need to be active. I need to do something. And I'm telling you, like, I don't know why I froze. I don't know why I froze.
Okay, but I mean, at that point,
and he had me drive already at that point. He already had me driving, running errands for him. He had me lying to my mother, telling her that I'm at work, and this guy Andre Carter is my boss, having me drive places, running errands. My mother will tell you this. She will tell you this.
Okay, so basically at that point, do you remember what month that was? Where, because I remember he told me, I don't remember if he said he hasn't seen you since June or he met you. No, he met you.
He hasn't seen me since June.
I forgot what he said exactly.
Because I remember him saying that he hasn't talked to me since June, if I remember the recording.
Maybe spoken to, but I mean, do you remember when you actually met him? Like, what time of the year was this? Was this like February?
It was within this year. I would say February, if not December.
Okay, so from December, February of this year, let's say till October was the last time I think anyone had spoken to you from our side. Were you in any contact with family or friends? And then they actually, I mean, they see you, right? Your friends would see you with him. No one ever, you never tried to contact anyone?
People have seen me with him, yes. My friends have seen me with him.
You didn't try to tell anyone that maybe you were in trouble? But how come that didn't happen at that particular?
Because I was very scared out of my mind. Threatened me and my family.
Like he knows where your family stays?
And he knew my address.
Okay.
And he's been tapping my phone for months. I've been since I remember meeting him, or around the time I met him, I remember my phone for some reason. I've been getting missed calls. My phone doesn't ring. It didn't ring. Like it wasn't like ring, 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 and it tells you that there's someone calling on the screen. It just shows up as a missed call notification, like the notification banner goes down, says missed call, but your phone does not ring. So to me, he's been scamming people for a very long time. So I'm thinking those are block numbers that he's scammed already. There's no other explanation for that.
Okay, and I've seen some images and some photos that you sent me. So, all the outlets are definitely going to be picking this up, and they're going to take their time to develop it. It takes time to do so, because they're going to need your side and his side of the story as well. So just from that point on, I mean, tell me, I guess the ending of how everything happened.
The ending?
Like how you got away, or how he was making you do contact.
I was waiting for him, actually. I was waiting for him to actually be gone for a long period of time where I could actually do what I had to do, which was get all my shit from his storage unit that he purchased, to put all my stuff and his stuff in there. Take all his stuff out of my car, because he's been fucking up my car. My car is fucked up. It started off as 54,000 miles, and now it's 73,000 miles. He's had me driving to Jersey. He's had me driving to the city, back and forth. Some days I would not sleep. I would wake up and he's next to me. I would go to sleep and he's next to me.
Okay.
I waited for him to be gone. So he went to San Diego for a supposed music tour, because he plays like he is a rapper. He plays like he's a successful person. Ask him about his credentials. He will never show you a screenshot of any of them. That bank account, fake. Everything is fake. I have burner phones. I have his phones. I have things that go against everything he's saying.
Okay.
How are you going to tell me that you haven't spoken to me since June, and I have phone calls from you, call logs? He threatened my friend that he would put a bullet in his head. I have a fucking recording of that.
And we're definitely going to need to get as much evidence as you have. I'll definitely love to speak to your mom as well, if that's possible. Maybe not now, but maybe, some other time.
No problem.
When exactly are you looking to report this to the police?
Tomorrow, because we didn't meet my mom. My mom and my dad actually wanted me to relax for the first couple of days. and then we would take care of it in the weekend because I got home, earlier this week. She just wanted me to relax, and I've been so anxious. So tomorrow.
Okay, no problem. So I just want to let you know from this point out, I mean, all of this is definitely going to be presented. They saw like a little clip that I sent, so they're definitely going to be building the story up. And I don't know if it's the right thing to actually put, your social media contact on there because it can get a little left. You might get people from, like, let's say, like, your at name, because, you just recently changed your name. I'm not sure that he has that right now.
I'm
but
sure he has my at name.
Okay.
He has my social security number as well as other people's social security numbers.
I mean, are you
He
open
has been texting me. He has been texting me from other people's phones to contact me. When I left on Monday, he knew something was fishy. I was not answering my phone. So he's blowing up my phone every 10 minutes. He is a broke person. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't live nowhere. He just acts like he's somebody. And he uses my money and anybody's money to make himself look good. All he does is flaunt his shit. That's it. He's talking about Chris Brown met him and gave him $8 million. Where the fuck is the picture, nigga? Because all you do is talk about shit. But you ain't got nothing to back it up.
Damn, $8 million from Chris Brown. I don't know about that.
The fuck? And I'm here. Like, I literally have been playing dumb on purpose for the past, month. Playing nice. So he doesn't fucking touch me or hit me. I got bruises on my fucking knee that was never there before. I got bruises on my thigh that was not there before.
Damn. This story is, I don't know, man. This is a weird story, man. Like, honestly, when I got that call and I got the message that everything was going on, that was the last thing I thought I was going to hear, because honestly, we had contact from a lot of studios and stuff. I mean, we had the domain, we had the site, everything being built.
I have friends who were there, present, in front of him. He has seen my father face to face.
So, like, are you saying from this point on, like, just let everybody know this point on, like, Ebony Banks is no longer coming back, or is that, or
she's never coming back? She was not supposed to come back. She never was supposed to come back.
Okay. And are you open to people probably knowing your social media contact information, or do you want that off the books?
I mean, what would that do? You're getting nothing but messages.
I mean, what you need right now is a peace of mind, right? You need time on your own, time by yourself. You don't need a lot of.
I do. Honestly, like, after all this is over, I don't want to be on social media ever again. I'm going to be clear on that. I will not have a Snapchat. I will not have a Twitter. I will not have an Instagram or Facebook or nothing. No Telegram, no Kick, no nothing.
I mean, before all of this, let's say your first go around, when you first got rid of, when you disappeared, I would say, and you left, what kind of social media platform did you use before? Did you have an Instagram or Twitter based on, your government name, or were you just off?
After I came back, I did make an Instagram, I believe, 3 years after I came back from Ebony Banks Part 1. And I remember I put it as It's Helena X3. And they were normal pictures. They were just, I'm a regular person. I live a normal life. Like, I'm good to people as much as I can be. Fake. I don't look out to hurt anybody. That's not the kind of person I am. You can ask anybody who knows me.
And did you have any contact with, I guess, his? Because I believe he has a baby mother or a girlfriend. Do you know who that is?
He doesn't have a girlfriend.
Okay,
he doesn't have a girlfriend.
So the girl that he posted, that's not his girlfriend. That's probably just a friend, or
it's probably just the person he found online and just posting it there, or it's probably a friend of his that he paid to do that.
okay.
He don't have a girlfriend. He don't have no lover, no nothing. He has no money. Everything he had came from me. That chain he's wearing, that fake ass fucking chain for $9,000, that came from me. That was my hard-earned money.
Damn.
This nigga had to work a day in his life. Because he didn't want to work for shit. He wanted to take shit from people.
So I mean, this is. I don't even know what else to ask or where to go from here. I mean, I did see the zip ties. I saw the phones. What do you do from here? I mean, with the OnlyFans and all those stuff, are you also looking to get rid of those?
Right now I'm very much broke. So there's still money pending on my OnlyFans account that I do need. So I kind of just want to leave it there until it's just nothing left. Until people decide to just stop subscribing. And I'm looking for a job right now, actually, a full-time job.
I mean, that's going to be...
just to get myself back up again.
That's going to be very hard to do. I mean, have you ever thought of maybe getting out of New York City itself and starting fresh somewhere else? Because, I mean, that's kind of close to home. It's close to where everybody is that you feel knows your past or won't let you, you know?
I don't have the means. I don't really have the means to just up and leave right now. I have to just wait it out, and get myself together and just stay focused on me right now. And just my friends and my family. I'm so sorry for breaking down. I have to go on antidepressants now, you know, so
I mean, can you give like girls that I guess have an idea of looking to get involved in the industry or who've been in similar situations, like, I guess
I wouldn't suggest doing porn to anybody. It's really not worth it. It's really not worth it. You're just draining yourself all day. That's it. Because I felt drained. I felt like a zombie. I didn't feel like myself. Maybe some women actually like that shit. I'll give it to them. Maybe they actually do. But I don't. It's just not me. It's not me. I wanted Ebony Banks to come out in a more positive way, in a more lucrative way.
can you give us like an idea of, like, I guess what plans you had that probably didn't work out to be, you know, the way you wanted it to go?
Well, I wanted to do a sex line because I thought that would have been very smart. That was a very smart business plan, business idea.
Definitely.
Just and it would have brought me back in a different way, and people would have seen me in a different light. You know, nobody knew Helena before Ebony Banks. All they know was Ebony Banks. You know, so I feel like that could have brought in a different light to who I was or my life, and it went left completely.
I remember the reason why we actually found you in the first place was
like this guy has like forced me to say things I didn't want to say, do things I didn't want to do. told me to play roles, like act like everything's fine when we're around people.
Okay. I mean, I'm sorry that this actually, this happened, or you had to go through this situation. Definitely don't want this to happen to anybody out there. I don't even know what else to add, to be honest with you. I mean, this is just, I was not expecting this at all. I thought maybe,
I literally have photos in my phone. He tapped into, I had to get a brand new phone. I had to change my number. I had to change all my emails and passwords.
Also, don't forget to send us whatever you have from top to bottom that you can use. Maybe not so much, maybe contact between you and him through text message, images, audio if you have audio.
All right, no problem. I'll send you everything right now.
Okay, so we'll definitely speak again. I'm not sure exactly when, but I'll definitely be calling to maybe speak to your mom for a little bit.
I'll let her know. She's a really busy woman, and she's been really stressed out lately. But I'll try to get her on the phone too. And I already explained to her who you are and what you're trying to do, just so she doesn't spaz out. And
that's okay.
As you can see, I really, oh my God, I'm just so fucking, I'm sorry. I'm really anxious, I'm sorry I want to apologize to you now that I've actually gotten a chance to speak to you for the way I spoke to you when you first talked to me about putting this out there. Like, I've been very paranoid lately. So it's like, I don't know who to trust right now.
I mean, I understand.
I apologize for that. I did not mean to come off like that.
No problem. So, I mean, we're definitely going to cut up every content that we have and put it out there, make sure, your side of the story gets heard.
All right.
I don't know if I'm missing anything else. This is just a sad story. I mean, we had like about maybe $15,000 worth of bookings. A lot of people are mad at us right now because, you're out of the game. You're definitely one of the people that people definitely wanted to see and meet and get some content on. So it's sad that, you were actually 100% involved in it. You were happy being involved in it, which, you never want people to feel out of place or.
And I know it's shocking. I know it's shocking to hear this because nobody has seen anything. Everything on camera has been like, everything's fine,
Right.
Behind camera is not like that because he's having me act all the fucking time. I haven't been myself in months until now. He's talked to me like I wasn't even a human being every day. Telling me nothing. I'm stupid. He had me convinced that I was stupid. I don't know how.
So, like, who do you speak to exactly? Like, do you have any friends that you have that when you go through, troubles, you can get some insider information on or some inspiration? Like, where do you go to get that?
I don't have anybody to really go to for insight about this. I have friends who know about the situation and they really do care. They really do. But sometimes they don't know how to, because they've never experienced something like that before, so they don't know how to respond or how to advise. And it's not their fault. I can't expect that. I just expect them to be there, and they have been. But I will be getting therapy. I will be. That's one of the plans.
I mean, that's helpful. A lot of people, they avoid that, but that's very helpful to start. That's a good start.
I just got to get back to being me because I stopped doing everything I love to do. I stopped reading. I stopped meditating. I stopped doing yoga. Like, I stopped doing everything I love. And I forgot who I was. Literally
I mean,
forgot
like,
what it was.
so like I guess when your parents are going through what they're going through, that kind of got you out of character, and that's how you ended up back in this situation. You're saying so, like that divorce?
Because I came into this situation thinking it was going to be a different outlook. I thought I looked at it differently. I didn't think I was going back to being Ebony Banks like before. So I had a different headspace about Ebony when I decided to invest or help him invest into whatever business the fuck it was.
I mean, I'm not going to say it was a bad idea. Maybe the strategy and the execution of it was pretty bad. But as far as being able to have those toys or whatever being out, you would have to have like a really huge following to kind of see some benefits from that. You know what I mean? You can't just
But it would have taken time. It would have taken time.
Right. And a lot of things would have to have been done for it to work. So, I mean, I understand it. I mean, you can turn your negative into a positive. But at the same time...
I don't know why I did that.
At the same time, you know, like, once that happens... I
was emotional at that moment. And I was thinking about, just being by myself, just independent, not living at home with my parents. And honestly, at that time, I saw myself as not being as far as I wanted to be in life. And right now, I really do realize what I had. I did have a good life. Yeah, I had issues at home, but I had a good life. Like, I had a job. I worked for, and I lost my job 3 times because of this guy. Like, I was doing good. I dressed well. I represented myself well. I had my friends. And I took it away.
So basically, like, you had a job at, and I guess somebody had recognized you there and, like, ruined that for you, or?
No. I lost my job because he's had me up late at night, drinking, going to the club, posting up here, just being around him and his crew, just because. And then he'd had me running errands, going here, going there. If I give him an attitude, that's a slap in the face. If I give him an attitude, I'm a dumb bitch. And he lies so much that he doesn't remember what he says. He doesn't remember what he said, and he'll call you a liar. He'll be like, no. This man is very narcissistic, and he's very good at what he does. He's extremely good at what he does.
I mean, I was supposed to get in contact with him. He did send me some audio, but I'll definitely speak to him and see how he can try to, maneuver past this. And I have a pretty good detector in seeing, like, holes in stores and stuff like that. So I just want to see both sides and make sure everyone's side is being, told. And, if you deserve justice, and that's how it's going to end up. So I hope it's definitely going to spread, and it's going to be out there, and a lot of people are going to hear about this, and you can
Well, they need to hear about it. They need to hear about it. It's about fucking time. I'm not going to go the rest of my life without doing something about it. What sense would that make?
I mean, I have your contact, so make sure, you don't lose this, because I'll definitely be hitting you up to let you know what goes on from here on out. So we'll definitely speak again, so stay out of trouble. Make sure you don't, this could, I mean, if people know where you live and your family's involved and stuff like that, things could get very, very tricky. I wish you nothing but the best from here on out, and we'll definitely stay in contact, okay?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
No problem. It was nice talking to you, okay?
You too.
You can text me at any time. If you have any questions, you can text me, and I'll let you pick up, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
What's up? Hope you guys enjoyed that. Subscribe, click on any video you guys see here at the outro of this video. The full podcast will be out later on this week, so feel free to subscribe and wait for that. We got other content coming out as well later on this year. For the year ends, Are You Dumb series will be out. THLM podcast will be out every week. We got a lot of video content that will be posted more regularly on this channel. Obviously, I have other channels too: Money Mondays, Thug Life Vlogs. I love you guys. Thank you for the support, and hopefully I'd love to do this again. All right, peace. Have a great day. At King DJ Tricks. All right, chill.